Roulette. I am Mary Gunn of Mary Gunn Fun, founder and head professor of FUNN University, your intrepid, oh so intrepid hostess of Craft Roulette. This is number 128. Sometimes if you want to go Roman numerals, it's CCXXVIII. And if you don't know what Craft Roulette is, you will in about an hour, you'll have an idea what we're going to do. But it is the ultimate card-making, paper crafting game show challenge, and we do it every Friday night at 6:30 Central Daylight Time, right here on our YouTube channel. We have a wonderful little guest tonight, Sharon Ware from the Prickly Pear Stamps, and we're going to meet her in just a few minutes. And did you guys, if you just tuned in at the beginning of this very, very 6:30 show, you missed a huge slideshow of 160 cards that were sent in digitally from last week's episode. Everybody, do it. Kiss those brains. You did a super job. You broke our record. Our record was 144 before that, and so 144, and I went, oh, there it is. We passed it, and then, oh, there it is, and we passed that 150, and then all of a sudden it was 160, and I was astonished. Super great job. I can't wait for tonight. It's going to be fun. The parameters we talk about over on FUNN University the Tuesday after the show, so I'm not going to talk about them too much now, but it's a great gallery. You can see it all on craftroulette.live. I would encourage you to just spend some time and enjoy each and every one of those 160 cards. If you like cards, it's the place to be. Housekeeping, that's it. I don't think there's anything else I need to tell you. Shout outs. You remember last week, Ashley Young was in the chatterbox, and she was saying, oh, I think I'm going to go to the hospital because I think I'm in labor. Well, sure enough, that girl knew what she was talking about, and she birthed a little fella named Harrison early, I think, Saturday morning. So welcome to the craft world, Harrison Young. We are so glad that you made it safely, and congratulations to your parents, Robin and Ashley. Have they gotten you to make a card yet? I bet they've got little handprints of you. It's very good. Very exciting. Brian is back from the hospital. He's doing well. Mara is doing well also. So these are all good things for the week to end. Friday nights. I know school has started. If you have started school again, just sit back and relax. Enjoy the show. We're going to do some improvisational crafting. We don't know what we're going to make yet. We're going to do a lot of chatting and have some fun. All right. Oh, I'm almost there. First, I have to do welcome to our new spin sponsors for September. We have some wonderful spin sponsors. Well, tonight we have the owner of Prickly Pear Stamps, and we are proud to team up with them for giveaways all month long. We also have Heffy Doodle from Scotland is joining us this month, and we will be having Leslie on the show live from Scotland. She's going to stay up. And My Sweet Petunia. We had Lydia Fiedler on last week talking about their story. It's a really sweet story. If you didn't get a chance to see that, I wish you would go over and watch the old replay of last week and learn about how My Sweet Petunia and the Misty came about. It's very fascinating. But thank you guys. Those are our giveaway sponsors. They are giving away generously giving away a $25 gift certificate each and every week to somebody that sent in a card. That's how you win. We're going to talk about it more later. But all those cards you saw before, they will be on the card wheel later in the show, and we will be dealing and wheeling to see who's going to get those 3 wonderful gift certificates. Plus, don't you forget, we always give away a couple goodie bags and the most coveted prize, a handmade card with an itty-bitty gift. Yes, sir. That's how we started the show, and we still do it. It's great fun. We, as Craft Roulette people, are not sponsored by any company. We are sponsored by pledges made from our patrons. Our Patreon is under the name Mary Gunn Fun, and you can find it and learn more about it at another time. But anyway, we would love to have you as a patron. We have plenty of room. We have a lot of action. By the way, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, crafters and craftettes, if you are a patron, you are going to get a new coloring sheet tomorrow of Roulette the Robot. Yes, yes, yes. That means 2 months in a row I've actually gotten something done. So that's pretty exciting. But that's coming out tomorrow morning just for our patrons of all levels. We do want to welcome some great new patrons this week. 5K Lamone came into the fold over there on our Patreon group. Sharon Ware, who we're going to meet later today. Sylvia Podrojic is now a patron. Stacy Carrasco, and Pam Fritz. We thank you so much for giving us support and showing us that you appreciate these shows and helping us keep them going. So well done. Thank you so much. We also have merchandise, and we had some questions about the merchandise because we said, in September we're going to get some more. I have discovered I have a new condition. I have an NIS. NIS is Next Idea Syndrome. And NIS has been flaring real badly lately because I've got this wonderful new iPad and I'm learning Procreate on it. And so I'm doing all these things and I go, there's something I wanted to work on. There's something I want to try. So I'm not getting much done except for I've got a lot started. So keep up with us. I don't know. We'll get some more stuff in there. It's fun. Are you going to be ready, Miss Sharon? I can see her. Okay, we're going to bring in from Kentucky, Sharon Ware from Prickly Pear Stamps her first time to the wheel. Welcome.
Hello, everybody.
We found out we have we're both the same models of birth. We have our same birth model year. So you're looking at 2 seasoned crafters, right? I won't say. Anyway, welcome to Craft Roulette, Sharon Ware. It's so nice to have you.
57 babies. No, 55 babies.
55 babies. We are both 55 babies, and we have a lot in common because of that. And a lot of things that we've talked about lately on the show. We were talking before on the tech call, and I was going, yeah, we just talked about that. Yeah, we just talked about that. Paper dolls and sewing and all those kind of things. But let us hear from you a little bit about Sharon Ware.
Well, speaking of paper dolls, I found my paper dolls that I had when I was like 5 and 6 and 7 years old in my cedar chest the other day. And oh my gosh, they're just so much fun. But I love all things crafty. But about me and hubby John. John is on the chat, so you can say hello to him if you haven't already. And we are Prickly Pear. We have owned Prickly Pear for about 3.5 years, and Prickly Pear actually started in 2003, so it is almost 20 years old, and it's just got some great history of some beautiful designs, beautiful stamps and dies, and we are so lucky to be the new owners and taking it into its next, I don't know what you call a generation, maybe?
Yeah.
Yep. And we've had a blast with it. Just I'm enjoying the design process and connecting. We're connecting with some local artists as well as some from Savannah, Georgia. We lived in Savannah, Georgia for 14 years, where Savannah College of Art and Design is. And so a lot of our artists are from SCAD. And then we have some just all over. And we have the most amazing design team. We've got a small design team, but they're just the most professional and amazing. And one of them is in England, in the UK. Jane Royston is in the UK. We've got Melody and Leslie and Kendra and Tia just came on with us. So welcome if any of those are on our chat today. And then we've got some local, our club here locally. We've got some local ladies here that are in the chat today. So we're excited.
That's so nice. Welcome, everybody. So glad to have you here. We have a handful of UK contributors. They're so nice. We enjoy them. And we love them on our patron Zoom calls. And I hope you will be on one because they just bring that sound. And I always feel like I need to sit up a little straighter somehow or other. But then pretty soon I start slouching. But it is wonderful. It's so nice to have crafter friends all over the world.
It's true.
And when we do go to, when you do look at we were talking about this before, when you look at the slideshow, you can see where everybody's from. We've got a wonderful map that Mr. Producer, by the way, who does all the technical things for us and panics for me when something's not working technically and I don't know what's going on. He just takes care of it. I go to the bathroom. So it happened just a little while ago. So it's all very fun. But he is the brains behind all the tech here at Craft Roulette and FUNN University. So I always want to give him a shout out.
Hi, Stephen.
And he watches all the chat for us. So we don't have to. We can just concentrate on what we're doing. So this is your first trip to the wheel.
Yeah.
Handshaking at all? Mine are a little wet. I always get a little wet.
A little bit earlier, I printed off the parameters and went over them and thought, okay, now what would I do here and what would I do there? And let me go do a YouTube on how to do a diamond fold or, whatever those folds are. So depending on what we land on, it is what it is.
That's exactly what it is. There's nothing we can really prepare for. I didn't even look at the parameters this week, so
ooh,
I could be I'm pretty cold coming in. It could be a mess, but I've made messes before. So, do you have a favorite card type? What are you hoping for?
Oh, easy.
Easy? I don't think that's a parameter. Easy card. But easy for you might not be the same as easy for somebody else.
True. Absolutely true. It's
yeah.
probably a really good time for me to just say, that I do have a few crafting challenges. And if anybody out there can relate, I've got some arthritis in my hands and gnarly fingers that have a mind of their own sometimes. And I have sometimes my hands just shake for no reason. And it's nothing I can do but acknowledge it, hello, and do what we have to do. So you might see all of that during the presentation. Don't be alarmed.
Sometimes that happens. And, I see people sometimes on a video and I feel better. I kind of feel bad for them at the time, but it makes me feel better because they'll have the tweezers and all of a sudden they're coming in with that tweezer thing and it's shaking, but it's nothing wrong with them per se. It's just that the angle of their arm just isn't working quite right.
I got some little aids and things that I use, and you'll see those too. And
okay, yeah. Well, if they're looking for young skin, they can go watch a hand commercial.
True.
They're not going to see it here.
Nope. Here.
That's all right. They're going to see some seasoned women in action. That's right. Well, we have lots of time to do some chatting later in the show, and we're going to get to that sooner than later if I hush my mouth. So we're next off in the show, we're going to talk about our Achievers of the Week and celebrate some of the achievements that have been made on episode 127, because 160 cards is just a lot. So many cards. That is like almost a card for every day for a half a year. And we got it in 1 week. That's just nuts. So we do all the slideshow at the beginning, but then we narrow it down just for our achievers. But you were going to ask me a question.
What is Craft Roulette?
You remembered. Let's find out.
What is Craft Roulette? Craft Roulette is a live paper crafts challenge show where the goal is to complete a project that has been randomly selected by the spin of a wheel. There are 4 categories we spin for: project, colors, element, and random. Each category has 24 possible options with a combined possibility of 331,776 unique projects. Whoa. We're live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Central on youtube.com/craftroulette. Please like and subscribe. Each week we bring on a special guest crafter to create along with us and share their unique take on the challenge. You can play too. Complete a unique project of your own using the same 4 parameters set in this episode. You'll have 48 hours to contribute by submitting pictures of your project through the submission form on craftroulette.live. Contributions are featured on marygunfun.com's weekly episode blog and the next episode. Let's recap last week's episode and submissions.
Yep, that's what we do every Friday night at 6:30 Central Time or Central Daylight Time, and you're always welcome to join us. There's plenty of room here at the Craft Roulette table. Last week, I did mention this several times, but we had 160 cards, and that's just outstanding. That means we are up to 8,922 total cards that have been submitted over the 2+ years that we have been on having this show, all 127 shows. So well done. Look at you everywhere. Now, do you see that little pin out there in the middle of the Pacific? When we first saw that, I went, who's that? Somebody get their place wrong? But it's Ava Balan, and she is in Hawaii on vacation. So there she is, and she sent in a card. We do expect cards, even though you're on vacation, maybe recovering from back surgery or all these different things. Now, we've had all those things happen. So you just never know. It's a great group. Look us up over on Facebook, by the way. It's a wonderful thing. We do like to celebrate our achievers each and every week, and so we'd like to welcome our first-time contributors, our zero heroes, which are the people that have reached 10, 20, 30, 40, etc. Card contributions. Our leading ladies, those are the ladies that we only have had ladies so far, that have sent in the most cards this week. And then our Club 52. And we do have a new member of Club 52, which means that she has sent in a year's worth of cards. So let's acknowledge these wonderful ladies. There's mine. I'm just here every week. So there's my card. The project was a card with patterned paper. The colors we had to include were winter colors, which was wildly interpreted. It's wonderful. And then our element was pretend. That one scared people for a while. It had been vetoed even. And turned out pretend was a huge hit for fun. You guys did great. And you had to include some kind of paper strip. So that was my card. Lydia Understand Blue Fiedler was with us, and this was the card she made on the show last week. It was, you can see how she was talking about a cat reading a book is definitely pretend. Oh, Kerwin was here today, and he wanted my chair so bad when I was doing show prep. Kerwin is our cat, and he was wanting my chair so much that he actually climbed into my lap. He has never done that. But he was straddled. He was partly in my lap and partly on the desk, and he was waiting. And the second I got up, pew, he made a beeline right for my chair. But Lydia was a blast. If you didn't see that show, I really encourage you to watch it. It was a lot of fun. She also talked about My Sweet Petunia, which is one of our spin sponsors, this September. Well done. The next part is all on a timer. So, our first-time viewers, Jasmine Oliver. Well done. Welcome. From the UK. Pam Stang from Colorado. I love all these different styles. They're just fantastic. Jill McLaird from Ohio. Do you guys remember when you were first-timers? Avra Williams from Ohio. This one reminded me of Krispy Kreme donut box. I've been hungry ever since. KJ from England. First time, welcome. Mary Reiner from Columbus, Ohio. First timer. I hope you all felt very welcome in the group. I saw most of you over there. Amy Moore from Missouri. So cute. I've known Amy a long time. Uh-oh. We lost Stacy's card. Nuts. But welcome, Stacy. It's not anything personal. Teresa is a zero hero with 10. Chris from Wisconsin has her 10th Zero Hero milestone to celebrate. Sire sent in his 20th. Our server is having hiccups. It's been having some hiccups lately. Sorry, guys. Melody has her 20th. Zero Hero kudos to Carmen Broxma from Colorado with her 20th and complete with emoticons. Peg P from Racine, number 30. Well done. They were all looking fine before. I don't know. Anaya, number 30. Well done. So much fun to have you. Rosie B, who is on vacation, hit her 50th Zero Hero achievement. Outstanding. No! Lauren Taylor got her 50th. She's gotten it all consecutively. Mr. Producer's going to get this fixed. 60 for Grandma Gay. We will not have this. Karen C also has had sent in 60 cards. There's just certain things you can't figure out or plan for. Anna York, 70th card and her 11th Star Wars card in a row. Smurf Murphy is our leading lady with 88 cards. When Pigs Fly, she is tied with Jackie Muller with 88 cards. Look, completely different styles too. I love it. Kathy Herring is number 4 in our leading lady list with 92. Alyssa 5K Lamone, not a 4. Isn't that fan? And she had, anyway, that's a whole story. They have stories in their description. Ellen Card Monkey Jarvis, 2 years of cards, 104 consecutive cards. Patty Beck is our leading lady with 122. She started on episode 5 and looks like the kitty gets in on it too. New to Club 52 is Lisa Taylor from Aurora, Colorado. She's made 52 cards for us. Each one brought us inspiration and a lot of motivation and all those Asians because they're just wonderful to see what you guys come up with. We did talk about style and supplies and how each and every one of your cards is so unique over on Fun University last Tuesday. Your kitty stole that picture. He really did. I didn't even notice the card. No, I did see the card, but I saw the kitty bigger. It's one of those lessons, isn't it? Was it W.C. Fields that said never work with kids or animals? I think so. Anyway, thank you each and everyone for carving out some time and going crafty with us and sending in some inspiration for us all to enjoy. Kiss your brains right now. It was well done. All right. I'm ready to get to the wheel. Are you ready, Sharon? She's ready, so let's bring her back. So many amazing cards is right, Lisa Taylor. Well, are you inspired? I'm sorry, by the way, and I'm sorry that those silly things weren't working. There were some updates on the website and things, and I guess there are lots of moving parts going on in the website. Lots of updates. And it's all very new. So it's new technology. It's not the old technology that we're used to. Anyway, sorry, you guys. You deserve better. But at least we've got it on the achievement board on craftroulette.live. All right? All right. Very good. So I'm seeing some people saying spin. So I guess we're going to have to start talking about the parameters, Sharon.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, all right. Well, there are those parameters that we will be figuring out what we get tonight. We're going to spin for project, colors, element, and random. We take one of each and every one of those parameters and we put them together, shake them up, and we get surprise. And we're going to make something out of that combination. This is going to be art projects. You guys, I always want to remember to say, if you've never sent in a card and you're shy, don't be, please. You have your own unique art supplies in you and your ideas in you, and we want to see them. doggone it, we may see something that we've never thought of, and we want to see that from you. So don't be shy. Plan on sending in a card using the 4 parameters that we're going to get. Now we do let our patrons veto a couple of these parameters just so that we don't let the wheel get too big-headed and powerful. And for colors, our patrons vetoed campfire. Now, if you want to include campfire colors on your card and it works with the parameters that we get, power to you. But the wheel can't say, all right, Sharon Ware, you're going to use campfire tonight for your colors. That's not even the theme. That's just the colors. For element, the patrons have said no thank you to sheets, number 14. Sheets is going to be fun whenever we get it. And random, they said no thank you to shadow, number 23. All right, those just mean that the wheel can't dictate those parameters for us to use tonight. Now, Sharon Ware, this is your time. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Would you like to veto something?
Yes, I want to veto under projects number 20, the spanner.
The spanner is off limits for us now. So, okay, it's not a hard card, but it's okay. We'll get it someday and you'll play and you'll go, oh, wow, that was pretty easy. But that's good. I'm glad for whatever makes you more comfortable. All right. Okay. We are going to spin. We are going to talk about all these things. And that's when you guys really come in and give us tons of ideas. So if there's something that comes up and you go, oh, I don't get it. Hang on. We'll talk about it. Let's give this guy a warm up. Oh, today is Birthday Bob's first Craft Roulette anniversary. Well done. Does that mean it's anniversary, Bob? Does that mean it's his birthday too? I think it might be. Let's see what we're going to do for a project. Birthday Bob. Someday he'll be a character in a story. Well, here came Birthday Bob. Number 13. Hey, A2.
Hey.
I think that's called Easy Card. Let's see what colors we're going to use.
Yeah, I put that in. I put in for that.
Yeah. You're got a good start there.
Yep.
24. Sunflower field. That doesn't mean we're going to have sunflowers, but it means we're going to use the colors of a sunflower field. And for element, we're going to talk about it. I'm with you, Kathy. I like seeing everybody's work too. Number 10, something happy. I like it. I like it. And random. Don't throw something weirdo now. This is a pretty good group. Well, hi back, Bob. 16, an unusual color. Hey, that's a little bit interesting there, but we're okay. We're okay. Okay, let's break this down. It's an art project, remember, so it's going to be your interpretation of all these things all put together. Except for things like A2, that's pretty prescribed. That's pretty much a 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch card.
Make it shaped like an A.
That's right, unless you want to put the letters A and 2 on a card or shape it like that. Or you could add it to another card that was larger, so it's all fine. But A2's pretty. It has to have something to do with A2. And that's not the Worcestershire sauce, is it? What's that stuff called? A1. Never mind, that's not it. And then colors are sunflower field. So to me, being a Midwest girl, I'm thinking golds, yellows, oranges, browns, greens, blue sky. What do you think, Sharon?
Yeah, exactly. Greens, yellow, gold, green, brown. Yep.
Yeah. But then we have this unusual color thrown in. So, heck if I know what I was thinking. But maybe that means you take a sunflower field and then add an odd color. Like a bug color or like a butterfly color, not a butterfly itself, because you don't have to do sunflowers, even though they are very happy. But you can throw in an extra color. So it's kind of like a bonus color that would be, to me.
Am I hearing this right? That the colors, it's just the colors of the sunflowers. It doesn't have to be sunflowers, right?
Correct. It has to be something happy.
Yeah.
So that's going to be up to interpretation too. Pizza makes me happy sometimes. Popcorn makes me happy.
Every time.
So, yeah, every time. So getting done with a walk in the morning makes me happy. It's like, I made it. I got it done. So it does not have to be a sunflower field, but it has to be sunflower field colors. And you get a bonus color, basically, of an unusual color. Or you could transfer one of the yellows or browns. You could use grays instead of browns as an unusual color.
Yeah.
Or not usually.
Or
make the element.
Oh, there you go. That's another thing. So if you were going to have something happy, such as an elephant, maybe you make that elephant yellow like a sunflower instead of the usual gray. That would be an unusual color. So you can, whatever makes you happy, maybe this is not making you happy right now, but I would, A1's, yeah, I think we're pretty wide open. It's pretty fun. What makes you happy?
Oh, flowers.
Do you have flowers? Do you have a stamp set that you think of right off that makes you happy?
I've got a whole series of sketched florals, and we have all kinds of the flowers in there. Yep. Yes. The poppies.
And I apologize before I forget. I forgot to get I had been burning my candle at both ends or something. I didn't get you got your part of the bargain done by sending me your cards, and then I didn't get them up like I was supposed to. And you're waiting for these from me. So they're coming, but I blew it. Anyway. I've been thinking about that ever since, though, and I'm going, I don't like doing stuff like that. So anyway, it doesn't make me happy, so I'm not going to make my card about that.
Okay.
I'm just going to go over to my stamps that I have over here and find something that makes me happy and that feels happy to me, and I'm going to use that. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm going to figure it out. Do you have kind of an idea, it sounds like, of what you want to do?
I think, I just need to pull some stamps and put some things together, yeah.
Look at you. You're acting like a pro.
We'll see about that.
Okay, all right. Well, while we get our things together, we're going to let you guys learn a little bit more about this thing that I've been calling Fun University. Here's a fun infomercial on Fun University. We'll be right back.
See you in a bit.
All right. Do you find crafting hard? Are you stuck on one of those pesky parameters? Do you feel like the wheel is watching you while you craft? We have the solution for you. Hi, I'm Mary Gunfun. While I'm busy gathering my supplies, I just wanted to tell you about my other YouTube channel, youtube.com/FUNNuniversity. We break down the parameters and talk about them at a more in-depth level. We also pick one tricky one to concentrate on and do a deep dive into it. But that's not all. We do our mail call every week on the channel as well. So if you wanted to send me a card or a package, send it to this address and I'll share it on the show. We're live almost every Tuesday night on youtube.com/FUNNuniversity. We also do some celebration there because we will review our last week's achievement board. That's youtube.com/FUNNuniversity. No easy or complicated payments, no COD. Just show up and have fun. If you have too much fun, please call a friend immediately and invite them over to have fun with you. Normal postage and handling rates do apply. This ad was not paid for by anybody. We hope Mary is ready because I can't stretch this out any longer. Now back to the show. Oh, looks like I'm back. I'm back. How's everybody doing? Oh, we're good. You just go ahead, Sharon, and keep getting your things together and let us know when you're ready. I have this little prickly pear set of gnomes that I colored earlier this week, and I think it's going to work just fine for part of the card tonight. And then I've got some kind of craft brown paper that I learned about from Crafty Owl, and I've got these little blue birds that I had also colored. So I think I'm just gonna make a little gnome card here with some birds, and I'm not sure how else to do everything, but I'll figure it out, by golly and by jingo. So, how's everybody doing on what makes you happy? I didn't see a whole lot of it. Tacos, we're always ready for food, aren't we? This group talks about weather, food, stamping, or cards, and stretchy pants. That's kind of our little thing. That and what we did as children. Unusual color. I'm going to have to think of something with an unusual color, but maybe I'll throw in a purple sun. A purple sun might be purple pumpkins. Purple pumpkins would look good. I think that might be it. Purple pumpkins. Will Peter Pumpkin Eater be in there? I don't think so. He doesn't. I don't think of him as a purple pump. He had a wife and couldn't put her in a pumpkin shell, and there he kept her very well. Oh, by the way, there is a poem coming to us at the end of the show, so stay tuned. We always have firsts going on here on Craft Roulette, and if that's going to be a first, is to have a poem written for us by Sharon. Oh! She said she's given us the okay. All right, what are you thinking?
Okay, we're going to do a poinsettia because flowers make me happy, and Christmas makes me
That's a good choice. Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
And we're going to do them in the poinsettia in yellows and greens for the leaves. And we're going to use our new Olo markers.
Oh, nice.
Yes, wonderful. And we're going to have unusual color is going to be purple berries on it instead of red berries.
That's going to be cool. Very Andy Warhol.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
good.
I think that's going to do it. Maybe.
I think it should. I think that's a great start. Well, let's begin, shall we? 3, 2, 1, craft. Let's do it. Well, did you notice who I have out?
Oh, you've got gnomes.
I do have your little gnomes, and I had colored them either yesterday or today. I don't remember. I think yesterday. And I was thinking they were going to be like candy. I was going to call them candy corn gnomes and do a card, but I'm just going to go ahead and use them tonight.
Do you have the package that those came in?
I do.
Can I see it?
Ma'am. Mm-hmm. Does it look familiar?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's got little mushrooms and everything.
I see that. I haven't played with that. Remember, I said that the company is since 03, so 19 years old. So we got a lot of stamps with the company when we bought the company, and a lot of them I have played with, and a lot of them I haven't. And so that's actually
this
one.
This is an older one.
It is. Yep.
Oh, cool.
No, I don't think that's ours, but it sure is.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think so.
So here's one of the things I'm just going to kind of show and tell as I go. And I apologize. We've got a glare here from the fluorescent lights overhead.
It's hard.
this is a wood block with a felt, beautiful felt on the bottom. We have it in red and blue. And it really helps to press down. I call it the wood block pressing tool. It helps to press and put pressure on your image. Looks like I need some more here. Another pass.
Yeah, it's kind of gets tedious to have to do it with your fingers.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's a good thing. Yes, yes. Okay, so I am going to use purple pumpkins, I think. That will be my unusual color. I feel like I'm cheating because I already had these guys made, but that's just the way it goes. It's just the way it goes. Giving myself a little bit of a break there.
Absolutely.
I have plenty to do still. And I found this little bunny. He's so cute. I'm going to put the bunny in there too because it makes me happy. This will be a fun gallery because of all the happy. It'll be happy. This time, the last one was fun because it was all about pretend. This one will be fun because it's all about happy. And we'll get to a little glimpse into everybody's happy minute. I like it. I like it. And the unusual part. So it'll be good.
It's going to be fun.
I think so. I'm excited. When it first happens, I'm never excited. And then as soon as I start getting busy with it, then it's like, oh yeah, I like it.
Yeah, we can do this, and then we can do that.
Mm-hmm. Always a lot of interest.
Getting my.
I really like the challenge the challenge part of it because it just focuses me so much better.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about it this week somehow. Oh man, we've had some great mornings here. And so sitting out on the screen porch has just been delightful. But and having my coffee and waking up, which is my retirement treat, is not rushing my morning. But I was thinking, I've always liked challenges. They've always been good to have. And I was thinking about, do you remember Mojo Monday?
I don't. What was that?
You don't? It was a challenge that Julie Tillman did, and it went on for years and years, and I routinely did it. I just loved it. I would wake up early on Monday mornings to see what she had come up. It was a sketch challenge. I really learned a lot from watching those cards and seeing ideas early on in the olden days.
That sounds like lots of fun.
Yeah, the challenge isn't around anymore, but she's still around. Ah, golly, I can't remember who she's with. But nice gal. Yeah. Oh. I don't know. Have you ever made a card like this before? With those purple and yellow and everything?
I have not, no.
Can you see it? Can you see it in your brain?
I can, yes.
Yeah.
That's you got to do that. You got to be able to see it.
Yeah. And then will you be surprised, or do you think it'll be pretty close? Your vision.
I think it will be interesting.
Fair enough.
For a good adjective.
That is a very safe adjective.
Yeah. What's everybody else doing? I'm not able to look at the chat too much.
Let's see. Let me take a peek here. They're talking about how hot it is. Amanda Stevens says she can't wait to get Olos.
I'm using a hybrid ink on these, and I'm finding that the ink is smudging just a bit here with these. So that's an interesting discovery. Yeah.
Well, is it different than if you would use another kind of alcohol marker?
No, I don't know.
Is that the same hybrid ink that you usually use?
It is. I think I just maybe didn't let the ink dry, long enough before.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing.
Rushing it a little bit.
Right.
It's funny when you're doing the show that sometimes you do things that you don't really realize that you usually do. You go, oh, I didn't realize I usually let that. I think these guys all need to have a bird friend. That might make me happy. Like Kerwin on his lap.
I love how on these markers, how the ink is actually laying down. The tips, the ones I'm using have got the brush. The interesting part about them is they come apart like this.
Yeah.
And so you can actually replace one side or the other. You can have a brush on one side and a nib on the other.
That's cool.
Yeah. We have not received our shipment in yet, but it should be here very shortly. And as soon as it does, it'll be up on our website.
Ooh.
We have the Corinne markers, the watercolors, and
that. Mm-hmm.
And the others as well.
I've never used watercolor markers. I have no idea what that's like.
Lydia is the watercolor queen.
Yes, she is. She loves to watercolor. She used some watercolor on her card last week, the blue. She just dabbled it.
Yeah, it's amazing to watch her with the watercolors. I'm always just amazed. I'm not a watercolorist either, but I try sometimes. I think it's important that we try.
Yeah, it's fun.
Learn new things. This
and never give up too early.
Right.
Which is really, it can be kind of, there's different kinds of watercoloring too. There's very loose and organic watercolors, and then there's more controlled. So you've got the wet on wet, and you've got wet on dry, and so there's a lot of, when you're first looking at it, it's kind of confusing. But if you just start playing with it.
Yeah, and thank goodness, what in the world did we ever do before YouTube? I'm just telling you.
We struggled.
Yeah, we went to classes and that too. So.
Yes, we did. And then as the website started coming online, it was great because you go, oh, look at that, look at that, look at that. Oh, it was, that's too dark. No worries. This is too dark too, but we're okay. We'll just go with it. Maybe we won't use it.
So you're doing
by black lines. Purple pumpkins.
Purple pumpkin people eater. Was that what it was? What was that?
Peter pumpkin eater had a wife and couldn't keep her. Put her in a pumpkin shell, and there he kept her very well.
I was thinking about there's a song about the people blue-eyed. What is it?
One-eyed, one-horn flying purple people eater.
There you go. That's it.
That's it. Oh, I know all the important stuff. One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
And speaking of purple,
Yeah.
we always ask our first-time guests,
Mm-hmm.
which do you prefer? Which would you consider yourself, a member of Team Purple or Team Orange? Which way do you bend?
Let me see. That's a hard one. Purple. Let me show you
You
my
are
little,
purple.
yes, my little die stand here. This is a magnetic die stand, and it's got a
Those
little
are fun.
purple base on it. Those are fun.
And there's one of her packages. It's purple.
Yes, we have our stamps in blue packaging, and our dies are in purple for easy identification.
Oh, that's smart.
We've got a brand new cactus glue holder, and it is teal. It has a little purple base and a
Boy.
flower, and it holds the Barely Art glue, which we now carry.
Mm-hmm.
It also comes in green too. It also has a little hidden storage well down here, so you can put your pen, your tips here. That's really cool.
Smart.
Yeah. And
did you design that?
I did. Well,
good.
with the help of a 3D artist. And then we have brush holders, and they come in teal and green, and they've got a little Lazy Susan turntable there.
I think she is definitely strong Team Purple. And so that the universe didn't get out of balance, I wore my Team Orange shirt.
I saw that.
I just wanted to keep harmony.
You knew ahead of time that I was purple.
I did. It was telling.
So tell me what's behind this Team Orange and Team Purple thing?
Well, I like orange, and it turned out that the wheel kept choosing orange because the wheel's my friend. And I don't dabble with any, I don't stick my finger in there to make it stop anywhere or anything like that. But it did, and people were starting to go, we're getting orange all the time. Blah, blah, blah. So it started talking about it, conversation came up, and it turned out that people that tended not to love orange, they didn't hate it. It wasn't like there's a bunch of haters. But the people that didn't love orange tended to like purple, not a one-to-one corresponding thing, but oftentimes. And so we just started developing Team Purple, Team Orange, and then there's a bunch of Team Rainbows and Team Teals and all sorts of different things too. We acknowledge them all, but we just mostly talk about Team Orange and Team Purple, don't we, guys?
Nice.
Yep. And it's a fun thing. We love them all, though. We don't kick anybody out because they're Team Purple.
Well, that's a good thing.
Wouldn't that just be too much?
Yeah.
No, we let them stay. I think I'm going to try to cut his little hands. So it looks like he's holding the little bird.
This is an interesting shade of green. Maybe this can be my unusual color. I don't know.
Well,
Kind of
purple
like
berries are kind of unusual.
smoky,
You've got all sorts of unusual.
right? Got like
Got
a
that one covered.
shade to it, mossy. So we'll see if we can lighten that up a little bit.
It'd be tricky. Let's see what we got here.
These colors are making this poor poinsettia look dead.
Maybe it's on January 1st.
Yeah, there you go. Are you able to keep your poinsettias after Christmas? Do they live for you?
I don't try very well.
Don't live for me.
I don't even get them.
I can kill artificial plants. Hubby John there, he will agree to that.
No, I've killed many plants, but I've also had some plants that I've had since before I had a husband. I have one plant that I've had before I was married, so I've had it for over 43 years.
Wow. What kind of plant is it?
It is an elephant foot palm.
Ooh.
Yeah. And it gets beat up by cats. Our cats always have eaten it. It's not very well cared for. It obviously does fine with abuse. But, yep. I don't try to kill it. I always hope that the cats don't kill it. Since it's been with me for so long.
We We love cats.
Oh, yeah. They're so themselves, aren't they? They're the most honest animals. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about Kerwin. He has kind of a slow processing speed. I was sitting in the family room and he was just out in the screen porch, just standing there, and he was just staring at me. And he was like, "Do you want to come in?" And he just stood there and just stared. And his processing speed but he's a great hunter. So he can be really fast when his instincts go in.
So
when it comes to this processing of pet stuff, he has a little trouble, but his instincts are really good.
Does he keep your mice away?
I think we have run out of mice. He has now moved on to chipmunks and rabbits.
Ah.
So, yes, I think he's used up all the mice in the area. Either that or he found them boring. I don't know what. He doesn't tell me. He can confide in me if he wants, but he chooses not to. Yeah. So you have kitty cats?
We had two.
Oh dear.
Yeah, they both got sick, and so we don't have them anymore. Unfortunately, it was sad, but we had two. We loved them a lot. We've had more than that, but this last time we've had two. Yeah. A mama and her baby, actually.
Oh, really?
They found us. The mama.
Yes.
Mama came over the hill one day, and she, bless her heart, she was just so scrawny and thin, and sad. And so we fed her, and of course, then we had a beautiful little kitty cat, and we plumped her up. We're good at plumping people up, so we plumped her up, and then within a couple of days, here she comes back over the hill, and carrying a baby. And then comes the next day and she's got another baby. So she did this 3 times and we had 3 babies. And we ended up keeping one of them and bringing it in. And we live on a farm, 42 farm. And so that summer we had a nest of buzzards, I guess it was. John can correct me there if I'm wrong, if he's still with us. Hawks maybe, but anyhow, they got 2 babies, unfortunately, and so we ended up bringing them inside so that that they could live, and we loved on them, and they lived, I don't know, 7 or 8 years, and got all healthy and pretty and fuzzy, and
that's so sweet.
Yeah.
Well, Kerwin is a street cat. He came in from the street. He got found too.
Yeah.
And just knowing him now, after these couple years, I can't even imagine him being on the street. He's not a street cat. He's a take care of me cat. Feed me cat. Play with me cat. Yeah.
I'm going to turn around here in just a second and look for a sentiment to add to this.
All righty, right. Ooh, she's moving right along. I better hurry. Put some speed on me here. Candy corn guys, come on over. Friends make everything, I'm going to put happy. Because it's happy tonight. We're all about the happy.
That is true. Really true. I love our friends. We have a group of we have dinner with, and
nice.
There's actually four couples of us, and so we take turns hosting things and eating together. And
that's sweet. Have you done that for a long time?
A few years. Yeah. Well, John and I have always had friends. We've lived in a lot of places. We've moved around a lot. We've lived in Savannah, Georgia, 14 years. We've moved with our company. We worked for an electrical wholesale company for 30 years. So I retired at the age of 49. And then we started our own company at that time. And so we've been working for ourselves ever since then. We've lived in Orlando, Florida, just north of there. And Savannah, like I said, St. Louis. We lived in St. Louis. Lived in Dayton, Ohio.
You've been getting around. Which did you end up liking most?
Oh, wow. We loved St. Louis. We loved Savannah. Always thought we would go back to Savannah.
I've heard good things about Savannah.
Life changes life, you know. And we inherited this farm. And I think I mentioned to you that we are the 6th generation.
Yes, that's so fascinating. I was trying to think numbers-wise, which is always scary. But I was trying to think number-wise how many, if 6 people all lived to 50 on the farm, that's 300 years. Right?
Well, our original ancestors came around 1840s, in the 1840s, something like that. And they originally had 650 acres of land. If you can believe that. Can you imagine that? I can't. I just can't. And we're the last ones of the families to have any of the land, and we've got the last 42 acres. So,
wow,
we are the caretakers of the land at the given time. I guess it's the way you can put it.
Is it farmland or what is it? End up?
Yeah, we've got a lot of trees, and we've got about 10 acres, I think, that are that we lease out for crops. So we grow every other year. We have soybeans, and then every other year we have corn. And this year we had
no horses in Kentucky.
Oh, no, we don't do the animals. Excuse me, I'm so sorry.
It's all right. Well, I hung out in Kentucky for a couple days and took a horse farm tour. It was fun.
Kentucky is the horse capital of the world.
Yes, it is. I really want to add those, but I am not going to because I am too far along. I think I will make some smaller pumpkins, maybe some orange ones then. Regular ones. That's a good idea. Let's do that, Mare. So there we go. You guys go get to know each other. You're going to live on this card for a long time. Oh, and I was going to put the rabbit in. The rabbit didn't work. Never mind, rabbit. I'll catch you another time. We're going orange. Team orange pumpkins and team purple pumpkins. You were telling me about your shop there, how big it is. It sounds so nice.
Yeah, thank you. We have about 2,200 square feet here. We've got an office, warehouse, shop, um, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Full of really mean lazy boy chairs and a
Cool.
big screen TV and a couch and refrigerator and all the kitchen stuff. And so
Man.
back last year, we had this horrendous, I'm telling you, awful ice storm. It was just
Oh, yeah.
a storm. And so we couldn't, our house is up a driveway, a little hill. And so we couldn't get to our house.
No.
And, there was a point in time that we had to haul it. And so we packed our bags and we left the house. We lost electricity. We had all kinds of trees start falling in the middle of the night. And so we
that's
were,
scary, isn't it?
it was very scary. So we decided to pack up and leave. And we came here to the office and stayed 3 nights here at the office. And we slept in lazy boy chairs. And it was
an adventure.
It was, and we were like camping, and we would work during the day, and we would eat, and then watch a program or two, and then I would come back and work some more, and then we'd go to bed and sleep, and so
Doesn't sound too bad, really.
too bad. No, it was fun. And then it came with snow. It snowed on top of that, and we lost a lot of trees, and we lost electricity, like I said, so we lost a lot of food, that kind of thing, but those things happen. Not nearly as bad as, my goodness, here in Kentucky, we've had several areas that just are really, really, one of them was struck with a hurricane, or no, not a hurricane,
a flood. You've had a lot of floods there.
It was a tornado, and then yeah, and then we had the flooding this year. We've got a lot of families that are hurting really, really bad.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. It's hard to. You just can't prepare for that kind of craziness.
No, that's for sure. It was bad. Yep.
Sad. It is sad. We've been without power several times for days. I don't like it. I don't advise it for anybody. It's just not fun.
Yeah.
But you get through it mostly. So.
Yeah, and
I'm liking my orange pumpkins. Good.
Those are adorable. Absolutely adorable.
This is quite the little scene here. Wonder if I can. Nah. Yeah. Let's just put it there. Put it there, big guy. There you go. Happy. Make friends, make everything. I'll put some little doolollies up there. That's a great place for some doolollies.
Doolollies are always.
That's right. What's your go-to doololly?
I love ribbon and feathers. Oh my goodness, I love feathers.
Oh, feathers. I haven't done feathers in ages.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like, old school type thing.
I like it. I think that's do you carry feathers?
Not in my store. I have them, and I found it. I told you earlier I was nesting today.
Right.
Yep, and so I was cleaning, and I happened upon this shoebox that I had, and I've got over here to my right all my personal stash and everything that I've had for years and years and years and years and years. Seriously, and all of a sudden it's just like, oh, there's feathers! Oh my goodness, I found feathers! So,
do you like put them in your hair and things?
No.
Wait, I don't know. I don't know if you have like an inner hippie thing going on. You seem like you don't, but still waters run deep.
Yes, I do love the hippie stuff. I Yeah.
Very
I was,
bohemian.
yeah, absolutely. I was, the 70s, grew up teenage years in the 70s. So need I say more?
Yeah. I
I
know.
made,
I know.
I made my own clothes. And so I made the bell bottom pants and the halter tops and
Oh,
the,
halter tops. Oh, yes. Oh,
yeah,
yes.
and
And
ponchos.
you said that sewing helped you learn how to think outside the box.
It
And
did.
so there you go. That's the long
Yes.
and the short of it, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Um, we didn't have a lot of money growing up. And so I talked about the paper dolls. And so mom would
Mm-hmm.
have the, um, I keep forgetting that I'm crafting off camera here. So I apologize for that.
Oh,
Um,
you're fine.
Mom would have the Sears catalog. And so I would get the Sears catalog out and make my own doll clothes out of the Sears
That's,
catalog as
yeah.
a kid. And
Isn't
so
that brilliant, though? Aren't you glad you had that?
I did. And I started sewing when I was 5. My aunt and my grandmother, my mother all sewed. And so I started making a crazy patch quilt, just, just sewing some squares together and a 9 patch also. So I did that. And anyhow,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, I'm
It does.
like, I
It
keep
just is. It's just
thinking
part
crap.
of what we were talking also about how we had no idea all the things that we've done in life that prepared you to be a stamp company owner.
Yes. So kind of that history is I started working when I was 19 years old and as a secretary. So I learned and I took secretarial classes in high school. And so I learned all of those skills.
Mm-hmm.
And that was all good. Let me just check here what I'm doing.
Okay.
Let's add a little bit of color here to the background. Um, and so then I started working at an electrical company and worked there for 30 years. And we retired and moved to Florida to help take care of my father-in-law who was ill. And at the other company, I learned the warehouse. We learned packing and shipping at the warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
I was in customer service, so I learned all the customer service skills and went to all kinds of seminars and everything during that period of time. How to supervise people, all of that. And then the last part of my career, I was a computer analyst. So I'm a computer nerd. I love anything computer related. I love it. So that's one of the things I loved about this company when we got it was we had to connect all the back end software, shipping and taxes and inventory modules and all of that. And so,
Wow.
yeah.
That sounds scary.
But everything, well, you know, my daughter is emergency nurse, ER nurse, and she's 2 semesters away from being a nurse practitioner. And
Okay.
so she's like the computer stuff that I think is easy. Doesn't think is quite so easy. And same with other people.
Sure.
Yeah. So it's just like whatever you're trained in, that's
Right.
that's the thing.
It
Uh,
becomes easier. Yeah.
yeah,
Like watercolor.
we all have different skills.
That's right. So it's nice to bring them all together over a lifetime and in groups too.
Hmm.
Yeah. But did anything prepare you for tonight?
Well,
Just need
um,
some more color.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
It's
I've taken a
okay. I was mostly kidding.
yeah, I've taken a lot of classes and things throughout the years. We've had an e-commerce business for years, and so um, you just have to get over the what do they call it? The imposter syndrome. Hold on a second. I need to
Oh,
take a.
yeah. Oh, yeah. There is that.
And that's just the feeling that what you do is never good enough. You know what I mean?
I do.
Yep.
I do. It's just do what you, and I was saying that earlier too, on the people, don't be afraid to send in a card. We're a real safe group.
I'm not a beautiful card maker. I'll be the first to admit that. But I have a beautiful design team that does. And and there you go. Do you see that? What I just did there?
Oh, you just made a new little mark.
I did.
It's a new technique.
There you go. It's called coloring outside the lines on purpose.
That's it. That's been a parameter before. Coloring outside the lines has been a parameter. It's one of the best. I love it.
So I've always been one that, okay, so, I acknowledge, which is hard sometimes, to acknowledge what it is that you're good at and what it is that you're not good at. And so once you do that, and once you say, okay, I'm totally okay with this, then you find somebody who's good at what you're not, and
correct.
You bring them on board on your team, So what does everybody think I ought to do with this? What you should
do with that?
Yeah, with this little boo-boo. What can we do? So should I make a cut it and make like a fun little cut here?
You can try to make it the same on the other side.
Yeah.
Or you can cut out your flower and just trim it and then mat it on something.
I could do that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Or hand draw borders all the way around and make them kind of loosey-goosey.
Yeah. What do you think I need to do with
Mr. Producer saying that's how jazz works. You just make enough mistakes that people think you're doing it on purpose.
I put ribbon or gems. Yep, if you mix them together. Ink up the edge a little darker. Okay.
Wonky borders. Yep. Yeah, you got options.
I do.
So how are you leaning? What do you think?
I think I'm going to cut the booger. I'm going to cut it.
Cut the booger.
Cut the booger.
Cut the booger. We'll show you, you booger.
That's right.
I think booger is one of the most fun words. Personally, it's kind of gross, but at the same time, it's kind of delightful. Maybe I'm a little immature. Folded corner. There you go, Lynn Sanders. That's another one. This card has a lot more going on than most of my cards. Mine are usually much more plain.
Let's see.
This guy is getting some business here. I'm kind of far out. Yeah, it is detailed. Look at the faces on these guys. You see their little faces? They're very detailed.
That is so cute.
The way I do my gnomes, I don't have to deal with any faces. I just give them a nose. That's the easy way.
Well, I have a corner rounder here somewhere. Let me look for it real quick.
Those colors ended up looking kind of pretty cool.
They're odd and they're unusual.
They are unusual. We're going to get some of them.
Right. That's one of the parameters. So it was allowed. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Encouraged. Bossed even. Yes. Mandatory. It'll be interesting to see what people come up with their unusual color. And remember, if you're just coming in late and you're going, what the heck are these parameters? I don't get it. Go back. Mr. Producer always puts the chapters now in the descriptions down below, and you can go back and listen to our discussion and read the chatter boxes. That doesn't come out till tomorrow, I don't think. But read what they came up with also, because you will get lots of ideas. And it's right around, if you're just scrolling on and don't want to use the chapters, then you can just scroll over to where you see the wheel stuff right after that. And you'll learn all sorts of things. Oh, I put, these little dudes have gold belts. They're very fancy. Now the birds have gold beaks. This is like a ridiculous card, but I like it.
I like it too.
They're kind of detailed, so I thought they need to have detail around them too. Something or other. Thank you, Gwen. Grandma Gay did not have a thoughtful question of the day today, Lynn. Are you here, Grandma Gay? It's not too late. We always break rules. I don't know. I went to get the questions at 4, and there weren't any this week. Everybody must be busy this week. Well, actually, there was one from Gwen, and Sharon is a patron, and she became a patron after we had posted that, and she answered the question. And so I had to go back and in the title and say, don't look, Sharon. And maybe everybody else thought, don't look, don't read this. So I don't know.
What was the question?
Seen her tonight. Oh, I hope she's okay. The question was trying to find you on your socials.
Oh, yeah,
and how many Sharon Wares there were.
That's right. I remember that. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. It was a Sharon Wares kind of question. So isn't that an odd thing with the internet? How many people have your name? They just don't need it.
It is. I have a Google alert set up for several different things. One is my own name, but my company name, just to make sure, that there's not ever anybody out there that's malicious. You just don't ever know these days, So It's always interesting when I get a Google alert for Sharon Ware. And what's even more interesting is an obituary notice for Sharon Ware.
Yeah.
Page, and it's like, oh.
That's a little sobering.
Right?
It is. But I read the obituaries every day.
You do?
I do. I do from where I grew up, where my mom used to live, and she isn't living anymore. Oh, that is not right. I didn't do a good job. She's not living anymore, so I don't know who dies back home unless I read them. So
yeah,
I do.
Yeah,
because she was always the town crier, so to speak, and would say, "Oh, so and so." She would text. She was very good with her smartphone. She would text and say, so-and-so died, blah, blah, blah. All that kind of stuff. And so I knew. It was good. It was her service to mankind.
That's good.
Yeah. So it's not morbid. It's just life. Just part of it.
Yeah.
My daughter thinks it's morbid. Patty Beck obituary. I don't know about that one. Sometimes they do, and they're usually sad. But, yeah, I don't know. And then I worked at a medical clinic in the country, and so I read that. I read theirs too because I know a lot of the people that died. And I go, oh, yeah, I remember them. It's just something. It takes a few seconds out of my day.
And what did you do there?
I
in the
was I was the front desk. Yep. Front desk extraordinaire.
So I tell you what
Or
I'm going to do.
something. Hot air, full of hot air.
I'm actually going to put a piece of like a purple polka dotted paper back here so that it will come through. I might trim this up a little bit more so that they'll reveal more of the backside.
Okay. Yeah, you took care of that.
Yeah, it's.
What should we call that cut? It obviously needs a name. An inverse tea bag cut.
There you go. It's a boo-boo cut.
No.
Yeah,
it's an inverse tea bag.
No, it's a boo-boo cut. So there's my unusual colors. Unless you want me to I can go find a piece of paper here and we'll put inside of it to complete it if we got time or not. Doesn't matter.
Maybe while we're doing what we're going to do to end up, and you can add your paper and because we got some things that we have to do too. And the prickly pear link is down below in the description or in the title. So you all can go over there and also on the craftroulette.live under spin sponsors, you can find it there, the link there. And you can also find it in craftroulette.live under the associates tab under guest crafters. You can find Sharon's bio and links to her website and different things too. So we've got webs, we got links for you all over the place, and it's the right Sharon Ware too. It's not some vagabond pretending to be you.
That's good.
So, yeah. All right. Well, as soon as you get back, we'll look at our cards. I'm going to hold mine up and talk about it just a little bit. So the parameters were A2, which I followed. I did not have to do anything on that. Sunflower field colors. I used orange, yellow, browns, blues, greens. I think that all covered it. Something happy, or these cute little gnomies that all are holding a cute little bluebird of happiness. And an unusual color is my purple pumpkins instead of my orange pumpkins. So Team Purple and Team Orange can be very happy. So Amy, I would just say go back and listen to the discussion. It's pretty good on the unusual color. I would just go back and listen to it because it's quite a bit of thought there. So it's fun. Or make up your own and see if it works. So... all right, I think Sharon is looking for a piece of paper. Do you? I think so. I think she's off looking for a piece of paper.
Yes, I am.
All right, so what we'll do is we'll tell everybody else how to play with us because we want them to play. Maybe we'll break 160 cards this time. And who's coming up next and give our a thank you, and don't you leave because we're going to be giving away things. If you sent in a card last week, make sure you stick around to find out if you won. Okay, and then we'll check in with Sharon at the end of the show where she is going to recite or read a poem. You never know what's going to happen here. There I am again. Hello, me again. You're going to want to play this game, right? Right. You have till Sunday at midnight to send in a card using an A2 project, sunflower field for your color, something happy, and use an unusual color. If you're coming in late, go back to that part of the show, and it will make more sense to you then. Send it digitally to craftroulette.live. There's a form there. You just fill it in and upload it, and it goes zoom right to us, and that would be great. We also have a Facebook group, but if you put it there, it doesn't go on the show. All right. We have some nice people coming up. Kendra Morgan's coming up next week. She's a sweet crafter from Florida, and she has a bit of a southern accent. It's very darling. Then we have Caitlin Anthony, Leslie Oman, who also has an accent from Scotland, Erin Thompson after that, and then Linda Canase. I've never heard her say her last name. So anyway, we've got lots of fun coming up. Don't miss a single week right here on craftroulette.youtube. That's not right. YouTube, whatever. You know where you are. You know where you are, don't you? I don't. We do want to thank our patrons. Holy smokes, we got a whole bunch of new ones this week. Just this week, 5K, Sharon Ware, Sylvia Pudrojic, Stacy Carrasco, and Pam Fritz. Thank you all for joining us. I hope you're finding some new ideas on the blog. We have a lot of bonus content over there. Little videos, coloring pages. Remember, tomorrow morning, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, crafters and craftettes, you get the September Roulette robot coloring sheet. And all sorts of other things. Voting privileges, question privileges. It's a lot of fun. And what's that? Late submissions. That's the biggie. They don't like my tutorials nearly as much. Can I say? Thank you. They don't like my tutorials or ideas nearly as much as they like the late submission, because you have until midnight on Thursday, 4 extra days to get your cards in, and you guys are using it. I love it. I love that you can do that. Thank you, guys. Mr. Mike, what do you say? He says, I got some confetti. That means it's giveaway time. Da, 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 da. I think there's music. I forget. Anyway, there's giveaway time, and that means if you send in a card on episode 127, your name is on this list, which is programmed to randomly end up on somebody's name. It will light up. We don't have to worry about, oh no, it's online. It lights up automatically. We are going to start with the most coveted gift, a handmade card with an itty-bitty gift anywhere in the world. Spin away! Yeah, it's a pretty good deal that just hang out and send in a card, and then you can win something pretty cool. Even a handmade card with an itty-bitty gift. I got to send one to England last Tuesday. Oh, Lynn Sanders, she's here. Lynn Sanders. Happy to send you one of those. Make sure you contact me on the contact form, though, please, by Sunday night on craftroulette.live, so I can find you easily and send me your email or your address. There she is. Yahoo! Nice. How about a goodie bag? US only, please. However, if you are in Canada and you get this and you help me out by, I do make an option, but it's like $20 to send to you, so it's not. Ugh. But it doesn't look like we're going to have to worry about that. We've got Chris, who is our soul, our one and only South American that is from Ecuador that sends in cards, but she has a United States address, so that is good. Make sure you send it to me, Chris. Alrighty, let me know you want the prize. And for the $25 gift certificate from My Sweet Petunia, will you... Oh, you want to do Prickly Pear first? Oh, it's in order. I'm sorry. Prickly Pear, a $25 gift certificate, woohoo, to Prickly Pear, and you know they've got cute stuff. You saw me working with it tonight. And Sharon, too. Woohoo! Isn't this great fun? Friday night, what a way to start. Craft, talk, giveaways. I like it. Who is it? Kathleen McKinney. Nice deal. Kathleen, make sure you let me know. Or are you going to let me know on the contact form on craftroulette.live by when? Midnight on Sunday. Congratulations, Kathleen. That's exciting. And what's next? Oh, Heffy Doodle. Let's do Heffy Doodle. They've got a brand new release full of cute stuff. And so does Prickly Pear, too. It was like release day on the 1st of September. My gosh. I couldn't believe how many companies were on there. Is it really? It's Birthday Bob. Is it really Birthday Bob? Oh my gosh, Birthday Bob. You got a shout out from Mr. Producer. Birthday Bob. I did actually write it down just like that. Make sure you let me know you want that, Birthday Bob, and we'll get that information to you on your gift certificate. Congratulations. And kiss your brain, girl boy. Crafters, craftettes. And for My Sweet Petunia. You guys are all so supportive. I love it. Who's going to get a $25 gift certificate to Boss Sweet Potato? Oh, Stacy. Stacy has sent in lots of cards for a long time. Very sweet. Please let me know. craftroulette.live contact form midnight Sunday. Please. Thank you so much and congratulations to you all. Sharon, are you ready to come back? Let's bring her back for the night. Let's see what you end up. Oops. Hang on. We got to get her back in the brew. There we go. Almost. That's me. There you are. You're back. So how'd the card turn out? Okay, so there you've got some colored paper peeking out that plays off that color in the flower. That's a good idea.
I wanted purple, but I couldn't find like a purple polka dotted.
I like that.
But that's okay. Yeah, it works.
Yeah. No, I like it. The inverse tea bag fold cut with the paper really makes a difference. It really set it off. Nice. Well, you got through it?
I did.
It wasn't very painful either, was it?
No, it was good. It was fun.
And you got some interesting, those were parameters where you had to go, oh, well, that's not a easy given kind. It was like you had to do some creative thinking.
It stretched my knowledge because I did have to go pop over and look at a few YouTubes this afternoon. So on some of the different polls and things, like it said.
Funny.
So anyhow, we got through it.
Yes, you did. You did very well, and you talked very easily during the craft time. You weren't having trouble at all, so you didn't go down any bunny trails like I tend to do. So well done. Congratulations. Okay, this is what I've been waiting for. I want to hear this poem.
Okay.
And it doesn't start with roses are red, right?
It doesn't. No.
Or there was a young girl from Hatshepsut or anything like that. Okay, bring it on.
All right, here we go. A wonderful evening with Mary Gunn has truly been so fun. We watched the carousel of cards. Oh my, there were a ton. From fellow wheelies near and far, around the globe are we. Cards made with parameters from the week before. It was a beautiful sight to see. We spun the wheel and around it went. What would the number be? We held our breath so very tight until we could finally see. Would the parameters be a real delight or would they bring great fright? Would the number that it landed on give a combo that was all right? Or would the wheel bring a squeal, a moan, a groan, or two? Would we scratch our heads, look at our stash, think, what in the world will we do? Would it challenge us out of our comfort zone? Would it stretch us to learn something new? Would it be red or green, yellow or orange, or an ombre shade of blue? As the wheel made its round, not once or twice, but 4 times around the wheel it went, and then it was time for more fun as we lay the parameters out for each of us to see. Our minds went buzzing all around. What kind of card will it be? The project was a slimline card, the colors 3 bright and cheery. The element was something happy, and the random was confetti. As we all thought and thought, the lights came on in a flash. We all knew just what to do as we hurried to grab our stash. A birthday theme was what I'd do, a background made of red, some cute balloons, a panda bear, confetti around his head. Oh, what fun we've truly had. The camaraderie was great. We talked and talked and talked some more, but now it's getting late. And so it's time to say goodbye. See you next week, Mary Gunn. As we kiss our brains, turn out the lights, playing craft roulette has truly been fun.
Oh, bravo! I always do like 4 lines. And like I said, most of my poems start with roses are red. So I thought, whoa, she keeps going. That's amazing. You took a lot of understanding on your question that you asked earlier. What is craft roulette? You laid it all out. I think you understood it well. You're also working on a book of children's poetry. And so
actually that's 2. I'm working on a book of poetry. And then I've got one of my poems has to do with our adorable stamp set, Spinach and Ramona frogs. Hold on a second here. Where are they? Here they are.
While she's looking for that, remember that my twin sister will be here for the Christmas show. Don't miss it. I know, she read it beautifully, didn't she, Sandy? Oh, look at those guys.
Yeah, this
so
is
you've got poems about them?
I do, and they go home for Thanksgiving. Our granddaughter has 2 pet frogs named Spinach and Ramona, and so I wrote a poem for them. And everybody that hears the poem says, you've got to turn it into a kid's book. So we're working on that. And
that's cool.
Who knows? And then I've got lots of other poems too. So who knows?
That's so cool. I love that. I love that.
Thank you.
I've spent many, many years of my life reading children's stories. I'm pretty sure there's several things I've spent my life doing. One is finding things my husband has lost, and then reading children's stories. So those are kind of life fillers, but I love it. Well, you know what? I don't think there's anything we can do to top that, except kiss our brains. Right? Yeah, she told me that. Sharon was like on the tech call. She goes, okay. At the end of the tech call, I was going, wow, I've never done that on a tech call. So, you are well versed, in Craft Roulette lore and tradition. I love it. Thank you so much. And thank you for being a spin sponsor this month. It's really special to us.
I've just got one more thing to say, if I can. And that is just that I know everybody, all of your Patreons and all of your friends and buddies and everybody on here love you. And I do. And I've just only been on here like 3 or 4 times. And you're just a marvel. And the way that you encourage everybody and just you inspire everybody and all of these cards that people are making and crafting. And I just want to salute you.
Oh, okay. We can do this without crying, right? Thank you very kindly. That was very sweet. I think we're all in it together, and we're all just having fun getting to play with a hobby and getting to know each other and supporting each other. What could be better?
Right. I love it. Love it.
So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. And we're
a pleasure.
Happy to sponsor the rest of the month also. Join us at pricklypear.com. Yep, come visit.
That's right. Please do that and tell her that you came from Craft Roulette so she knows.
Let me just tell you real quick. We've got a 15% off coupon, spin 15 at the checkout. Free shipping with $50 and a free die with a $50 order. If you're not a die person, let us know and we'll send you a stamp.
Man, that's a lot of good stuff, isn't it? I love that. Yeah. I want you to make a little money, though. You're giving it all away. Thank you tonight, Chatterboxes. I look forward to reading your comments tomorrow. Mr. Producer, you done good, kid. Sharon, you did great, like you'd been on the show 10 times. Well done.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This has been fun.
You all take care. Check out our spin sponsors. Join us on the wheel. That's right. Join us by sending in a card. Join us on the Facebook, all that stuff. Don't forget the thumbs up if you thought this was a fun show. Tell your friends, and we'll see you Tuesday to talk about the parameters next week with Kendra Morgan right here on Craft Roulette. Night, y'all. God bless you. Love y'all. Bye-bye.
Bye.